After 7 days off site, today's going to be a day of chores. We've found a pitch, so let's get on, sort the van, laundry, cleaning, etc. It's just, well, it's a cooler day and not so sunny. One issue we've had over the last couple of days, particularly being off site and off electric, and also not driving, and the weather being a bit duller, is our battery's not been fully charged, and we've been losing charge overnight. So it really is, mains on, quite reassuring to be able to get the charger on. Start. Another job underway. Another job this afternoon's to clean the grill of the MaxxAir fan. Not done this before, so got to try and work it out. Twisting the clips out of the way is a little bit easier said than done. And just look at the state of that. And that's still in its first year of use. Just going to take a cloth and some multi-surface cleaner to clean those blades up a little. Well, that's made a fair difference, look at that. Just tighten the last one of those back up. Job done. That looks nice and new. Let's just make sure it still works. You can see through it again. How about that? And with the washing on the line, brings me to my next job, which is a bit of a tidy up in the garage, I think. That's certainly an improvement. Hung the hose up, tidied the bikes up properly, added a couple of cup hooks here, so they will help when we come to load the scooters for just hanging the strap on while we push the scooter through. And then also double up as useful as we would have found the other day coming off the beach with wet beach shoes, etc. Just give them somewhere to hang up and dry. So yeah, not a bad afternoon's work. Time for a beer and a shower, I think. Well, this is Agua Amarga, and we're in the camper park, and it looks really good. We've got all our jobs done, so now we're going to walk out and just sort of have a little refreshment before dinner, I think. And we haven't even checked in, because check-in doesn't even start till 7:30. Although we've got a pitch and done our everything we needed to do, showers, everything. So
it's brilliant.
Let's go and quench our thirst. Started and I'm a bit out of breath.
It is a hill like this.
That's true. We're on a walk from Agua Amarga to Calle en Medio, I think it's called, which is supposed to be a bit of a secluded beach that you can only really get to by boat, on foot, or by 4x4. And I'm still struggling to get my breath, and we've only just started. About a 2 kilometre 40-minute walk, so hopefully it'll be worth it. Yeah, not sure about the graffiti, but view across there is lovely, and that's the start of the path. Proving to be worth it for the view. a bit narrow in places, but we'll got to follow it all the way around there and around the headland. This looks definitely a bit sketchy to me, but that's the beach and there's the coastline. Isn't it stunning? Where else would you want to bring your wife on her wedding anniversary?
It beats anything. It's such a beautiful beach.
Even what? Shopping in Birmingham or
Even
London?
shopping
Right,
anywhere.
I'll hold you to that.
No big fancy meals, just a lovely beach.
Look at it. Fantastic. What a beautiful day. After a scramble up the cliffs, we've managed to find our way up to the caves. So, time to explore. You can see the shelves carved out. This stone must be reasonably soft, I would have thought. Maybe more like sandstone or chalk. Partially formed by natural erosion, and then obviously assisted by hand. The caves were actually dwellings used in the 19th and 20th century by workers on the local railway line and in the nearby town. But in more recent years it had been taken over as a bit of a hippie dwelling, but obviously now it's completely abandoned and just a tourist attraction. It's absolutely gorgeous around here.
It is.
I think I've found my new favourite place in Spain. It's absolutely stunning. I love it.
I think we might stay for another couple of nights. 'Cause
Definitely.
we can.
Yeah, definitely. Without being derogatory to other places we've been to in Spain, it is rare to come to somewhere that is quite so tidy and pristine. Lovely. And all that scrambling over the cliffs. Pretty hot work, so I think an ice cream, we've deserved it today.
Yeah, we have.
Well, having stayed here 4 days longer than we expected and had an absolutely lovely time. It's a beautiful town, village, whichever, a lovely place. I mean, look at that. So it's Saturday night, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. B.
Oh, thank you. And I'll have your present later, shall I? And I didn't mean anything like that. And we'll go and have a nice dinner, I think. Squinted into the sun again, but it's a lovely, bright, beautiful day.
Gorgeous morning.
Yeah, we moved on after 2 nights became 6 at the camper park at Agua Amarga.
Such a beautiful place.
Lovely, lovely village. Really had a
Just
lovely...
really old-fashioned.
Yeah, very traditional, and had a lovely few days. Doing very little. Celebrating my birthday yesterday. And you know what? We didn't even take any video once we got into the town last night.
Nah.
Never mind, you don't want to see us eating and drinking again. But yeah, so we're moving on and Going to try and, even though the weather's still pretty hot, do a little bit of exploring around the rest of the Cabo de Gata, down the eastern side, I think it would be, today, and a couple more nights, and then we're going to move up towards Almeria, and then unfortunately we'll have to start our trek home, but not for a couple more days yet. And we're just going to take in the views here of this, I think it's an old mineral works. We've seen it from down in the town, so we're going to take in a couple of the views here, back into town from the other direction. I do find it interesting just how many abandoned buildings you see in the Spanish countryside. I mean, I know this is also the coast, but houses, old, obviously factories, and this was a mineral works, but obviously land isn't such a premium, I guess. Torre de Roldan,
which was used in Games of Thrones for filming.
That's right, one of the locations, and apparently I'll try and find a still and sneak it in.
Yeah, that's true.
With a dragon sat on top, but there's none there today, thankfully. I'm not going to say anything about dragons, but the blonde bombshell Daenerys was here too.
Rude.
No blonde bombshell, but maybe a silver stunner. Well, back in the van with the aircon on, it's another warm day, and we pretty much had that space to ourselves, and now there's a whole rambling club or something just arrived, so the peace will be shattered. Absolutely perfect. I didn't realise when I found it on the map just how high up, and I don't know about remote, but how high up on such a distinct hill it's on, or it's a hell of a drive up, but the views were absolutely superb. That was a nice stop off, so let's carry on.
What a stunning view.
It's Almeria, the port.
Wow.
This is Las Negras, a small coastal village, seaside village, depending on which term you want to use, but looks really nice. We're going to have a quick walk around. Called Las Negras because of the black sand, and it's a beautiful setting. It doesn't look to be the most comfortable of beaches though, and I'm not sure I want to be lay on those stones for too long. Perfect spot for a bit of lunch. That's going to help us get our 5 a day in. Las Negras, that was pretty nice.
Oh, stunning. What a gorgeous little village. We've been so lucky with some of these lovely places that we found.
More important, what a lovely
lunch.
I was going to say lasagna.
A paella.
Paella. Not lasagna, paella. which was really nice. So overlooking the sea as well, watching them winching some of the boats in. The only thing that would put me off staying here, I think, would be the beach.
Yes, it's all stones.
Yeah, it's a lovely town, lovely bars, restaurants, nice vibe, but a very sandy, stony, black sand beach, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And looked very
not
stony.
Even that sandy, really. It's a lot of stones, like cobbles, isn't it?
Yeah, and very steep and down into the sea.
Beautiful place.
Lovely
it's
area.
Worth a visit.
Definitely. So let's go and find somewhere else.
Yeah.
When you see a viewpoint,
it's stunning.
Absolutely. You just got to stop and use the viewpoint, I guess. That's lovely too, isn't it? There we are. Bit breezy, well, more than a bit breezy. Too windy for the drone, and too windy for too much talking to camera as well, you might say. Thank God for that. But found a little sheltered spot with a
Look
lovely...
at that. Turn the camera around. Wow.
It's the Volcano Las Frailes, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Volcan de los Frailes. So, and I have thought, I've said once or twice, it's a bit like being on an island, isn't it? Because you've got coastal sort of on both sides, and we've jumped across from coast to coast. And it's also, in terms of its scenery, not dissimilar to the Canary Islands, particularly Lanzarote and Fuerteventura.
Especially show them that angle behind. Look,
more,
that is just like Fuerteventura,
Step through a bloody hole in the ground. You did that deliberately, didn't you? Just to make me look an idiot.
I thought you was going to trip. That would have been so funny.
I can do that for myself. I don't need any help. But yeah, that's the very volcanic scenery behind us. But yeah, lovely, lovely place. La Isleta del Morro. Enough looking town and seafront and beach, but not getting a great vibe about this parking.
No,
and there's not many alternatives, and somebody unofficial has actually tried to charge us for parking, just a guy walking up and down in a high-vis vest. So I think we're going to move on, but lovely beach and seafront.
Yeah.
And you imagine in a busy day that'd be packed. It really is a big wide sandy beach. So probably the best beach we've seen around here, I'd have thought. So yeah, we'll move on, see where we end up next. This is Los Albaricos, is that right?
Yeah,
I think so. Or Albaricos. I'll try. I'll have to put a text in. As you drive around here, you tend to think, wow, this looks like the Wild West, don't you? But what you realise when you think about it, this is the Wild West that we know, because this is where a lot of the Wild West movies, Clint Eastwood movies, etc., were actually filmed. And it's supposed to also be, and the wind's getting up, so hopefully the video comes out. But it's also supposed to be one of the Andalusian Pueblo Blancos, but I'm not getting the same sort of feeling like we did in the other couple of Pueblo Blancos we saw earlier this year. This is more just a little town, really, isn't it?
It's lovely, though.
But it's a fair bit of history here, so we'll go and see what else we can find. take away the cars and the lampposts and you can imagine the film set in there, can't you? Looked out this morning on our first stop, an archaeological, that's better, site that's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and we did bring today's trip forward because of the cloudy, overcast weather, so not really a beach day, so hopefully we'll have our last beach day tomorrow. But something I've wanted to come and see, just out of curiosity, following on from yesterday's theme, is that we're at one of Sergio Leone's spaghetti western movie sets. This is a fairly small one, so I don't think we'll be here for too long, but let's
It looks good though.
it does, doesn't it? We'll see what it's about. Sets are so clever. You come from this wooden timber building set and just through this archway into a, what do you call it, Mexican style village. Well, tonight's our last night in Cabo de Gata, and we're back at Cabo de Gata town because it's a very nice convenient park up, and we've got a reasonable sunset, not the most spectacular because it's quite cloudy, but going around 180 degrees we've got the most spectacular moonrise. Look at that full moon, beautiful. This is the roadside makeshift post-beach shower. So just got to hope it doesn't get too windy.
Get rid of the salt.
And that the blanket or sheet doesn't blow away. But
Don't say that.
I think we're okay, but I can't go any closer. And now it's my turn. And that's a shower with a view, isn't it? How about that? Being as we're leaving the coast today, let's get all the salt and sand washed off. Don't want to be taking that back to the UK with us. Well, we've actually just pulled away from the Mediterranean, well, dragged ourselves away, I think.
Dragged ourselves away.
Kicking and screaming. But we've got to start heading for home. And it's now Wednesday, and our ferry's Sunday. So we're going to make a reasonably slow journey up through... sorry, I'm just watching the car reversing quite close to us.
I was doing the same.
Yeah, so we've got a few days to slowly travel up through Spain and France and back towards Dieppe and get the ferry. So trip's not over yet. We've got... Are we safe? Yeah.
Yeah, we're safe.
Good. Trip's not over yet. We've got a few places in mind to visit on the way home, but I think that'll be a timely end to this current video, as we've now pulled out of Cabo de Gata Natural Park after
sadly.
Virtually 2 weeks, or just about 2 weeks there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 weeks and a day. Spend for the week, scores on the doors.
£405.
Bloody hell. On a budget. It was our wedding anniversary.
I was going to say that included a couple of meals, didn't it?
It did. 2 meals out.
And a big shop, because we hadn't done a big shop
and
for a while.
Also 6 nights camping in a row, which we haven't done that this trip before, have we? No. So, but it was our wedding anniversary and my birthday, so we've had a couple of treats. But realistically, we're all fueled up and ready to roll now, aren't we? Yeah. So it's time to call it a wrap on this video, I think.
Yes.
And see you next time. Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.